of the Philippines, Visayas chapter. And now to formally welcome all of us in this event, let me give you the most energetic president SCMAP ever had. The brilliant, smart, and visionary President, Captain Dr. RODIENPACA. Big round of applause.
What an adjective. Thank you, Gilbert. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends from shipping. I just like to say friends from shipping because there's so many of you. Span Asia, I see Yellow X, we have Fuji Trans. I don't want to miss anybody. Also, friends from the port, global port. Let's give them a warm applause from, they're from, not from Cebu, they're Tagbilaran, 11 ports around the country. And of course, the friends from the port, the biggest one we have here, Opascor, thank you for coming. Friends of the ship, friends from the port, friends from the trucks company, like me, we're trucking company, thank you for coming. So we're talking about ships, ports, trucks, and warehouses. You are here, the warehouses. And this compose the name Supply Chain Management Association of the Philippines, the whole supply chain. And without the SCMAP Visayas director, this event could not be done. I'd like to thank our SCMAP directors also for helping us making this first business summit in 2023. And this I would like to thank also our participants from different supply chain practitioners of the country. SCMAP started many years because we are a logistic company. We do a lot of seminars, online and actual. During pandemic, we did not stop. In fact, COVID did not stop our learning process because at that time we have industry updates that made us connect to you through online. We have great speakers at that time. We have Sir Bobong Castillo Biglo, we have General Manager of CPA, and we have some the UX could identify this guy. This is your chairman, Sir Bob Gotham, one of our speakers. Because SCMAP lead the shipping, the ship here is in the blue line, and the ports, Pascor, the global port, and the trucks and the warehouses. Without these links, our cargoes will not be moved. Of course, we have the COVID that actually disrupted our operations. And this, we have to engage many speakers at that time in Cebu ports, airport situations that made us aware of the different things. We move things from one port to destinations. And globally, SCMAP also engage because we have port operations, we have logistical operations, and at that time, we invited the first international SCMAP Summit. We have very good speakers. We have the industrial engineer, the one who made the very big warehouse, the only robotic warehouse in Cebu. And this guy explained that to him. And we have from LF Logistics, that is now Merck's, Mr. Ramil, who discuss warehousing. And we have a very good speaker about trucking and fuel impact in the name of Mr. Mark Anthony Nock of Prime Movers. And the chairman, the president of Chelsea Logistic Holdings, TransAsia, Phoenix Shipping, also came to discuss many things about warehousing practices, fuel impact, and the different effects in shipping and port operations. Today, I would like to introduce to you our 4 great speakers. They will be introduced one by one, and they will talk about human engagement. Human engagement in pre-pandemic, post. Thank you. just a 3-minute video about SCMAP Visayas.
Organization that we identify the problem first before we launch into any action planning. And as we say, we notice that post-pandemic, most employees are disengaged. So we have this experience that employee engagement survey result is lower significantly compared to previous year. And that is also compared against our historical result and our internal benchmarking across the organization. So it is important that before we launch any some improvement opportunity, the problem is clear to us. So this is the first phase, and after having the defined phase, we go into gathering of data to ensure that whatever we apply as an improvement will be relevant, and at the same time, we ensure that what we gather is a relevant information and reliable. So as an example for engagement, we also take the participation rate and identify if employee has participated, is it high or low, is there something that we need to do to find an intervention. We also compare our score against our internal benchmark with each other's company because we have 7 legal entities in the Philippines. And also, if a global benchmark is available, we will also use of this data. And employee respondents demographics, just to identify some commonalities as we move forward, and we will compare our improvements against this benchmark later after the interventions. After the measure phase, the third item is the analyze phase. So in analyze, this is where we interpret, examine, cross-validate the information that we gather, and draw some conclusion as to what is the root cause of the problem. So in measure, we usually identify how big the problem is. In the analyze phase, we identify what are the root causes of these problems. To have a sustainable solution to our problem, we make use of the 4 core management function and make intervention or improve this so that every interventions that we will provide, we ensure that we meet the performance requirement. So the improvements that we implemented in planning, the management function planning, relates to inclusion or and the frontliners can have a dialogue regularly. From that opportunity to connect, we capitalize the relationship building and at the same time build mutual trust among management and employees. Put in place or a mechanics to ensure that we sustain the improvement. So after saying the methodology, let me walk you through now with the banner programs that we have in the organization. But of course, this is just a proof of concept and will not go through each and every projects that we had, but just so you see how we implement from the organization. This is a 24-karat gold coin, and the value of which depends on the year of service. So we see that employees are so happy and that they were recognized for their tenure in the organization. This was also conducted across the nation.
I am gold. I am gold. I am gold. I am gold. Delivering outstanding success to the brand.
Training na ended. Driven by people who genuinely care. Thank you very much.
Session about lawyers, no? So in this room, I'd like to recognize another lawyer, no? Attorney Mimi Velasco. Ma'am, we're very happy and proud that you're here. General Manager of Pastor So if you have ship that about to dock, approach Attorney Mimi. She can help. So thank you all. Thank you, Attorney Mimi, for great.
But just before I do my task of introducing our speaker, let me just give you a short background of the organization. SCMAP, or Supply Chain Management Association of the Philippines, the Visayas chapter, is an offshoot of the national chapter in Manila. That chapter in Manila, what do you call it? You don't call it chapter, no? But the main organization was born almost 30 years ago, and it started as the Distribution Management Association of the Philippines. The post-pandemic economy. Please welcome Engineer Sigismundo Jun Exaltacion Jr.
Thank you very much, Founding President Bob Caballero. No? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not so sure if, okay, can we project my slide? I hope I could finish within 30 minutes because I think the longest presentation should be only 10 or 15 minutes. No? But per invitation of incumbent President Rodien, I was surprised to be given 30 minutes. Can you imagine 30 minutes of talking? So I was tempted to make also about 39 slides. But I will try to make a fast forward in some other things. I hope that I could do justice by the invitation I have received. And I just would like to make a little correction on the previously mentioned information by President Rodien. I am not, so that more or less we can put everything in the proper context and perspective. Third is moving forward in the post-pandemic economy. I really had a hard time thinking what could be essential and most importantly relevant to all of us. Because the last talk that I had was about project management, and 2 years ago I was able to talk about how was shipping and shipbuilding in the pandemic economy. So I just would like to put a sort of continuation, maybe for all of us, talking about the post-pandemic economy. You know, Attorney Glenn, shared to all of us about employee engagement. That was pretty interesting. Maybe a part of it can also be shown here because I intend to prepare a sharing that could be encompassing practitioners, but ending on management. No management. So, Tsuneshi Technical Services Philippines was the first member of the Tsuneshi Group to be established in the Philippines way back in 1992. We have about 600 technical workforce, and we used to hold our office in Cebu for the longest time, from 1992 to 2007, without us knowing that eventually we will be moved to Balamban. So can you imagine? So can you imagine my engineers working in Cebu City and forced to be relocated in the western side of Cebu, Balamban? You can internalize how interesting it is or otherwise, right? To be a city boy becoming a province boy. And so we had problems about employee engagement. And very straightforward, our vision is to become a globally preferred technical service provider in 2030. Our mission is basically to offer the value proposition of quality, cost, and delivery. Very typical Japanese, no? Quality QCD, quality, cost competitiveness, and on-time delivery. And we would like to be significant to the society that we are in and to delight our stakeholders, our employees, our stakeholders, our shareholders, by wealth creation and wealth distribution. Our values, T-Life, we believe that these are more than enough for us to be propelled and energized. T-Life, like Tsuneishi Life, TTSP Life, but it stands for teamwork, leadership, integrity, familial relationship, and excellence. We believe that these are far more than enough. The mother company in Japan, Tsuneishi Shipbuilding Company. We are also supporting the shipyard in China, and we are supporting the shipyard in Cebu, in Balamban. And since Balamban's production, Tsuneishi Heavy Industries Cebu has increased their production, we were forced to move to Balamban in 2007 because they started producing 3 ships per year, and then they could now produce around 24 to 25 ships per year. And so we have to be nearer to our major customer. But apart from that, we are also offering to other non-captive markets. It could be a design center, or it could be another shipyard from Europe, the Americas, or from the Asia-Pacific region. So aside from the ship design that we're doing, or any kind of engineering designs, we are doing also reverse engineering. Now, I really would like to mention this because there will be some changes in policies in the future when it comes to environment. And we have many aging fleets in the Philippines. And what if there will be rules that will be imposed that we have to have cleaner source of energy? So if buying a new ship would be very expensive, then maybe we can do what? Retrofitting. So we do reverse engineering, we can do laser scanning, we can convert the point cloud data into engineering data, and we can simulate prior to execution. So we can make things faster and easier and more efficient. So these are our pandemic economy. Allow me to refresh your memory. The declining GDP, declining seaborne trade, declining maritime trade. And disrupted global value chain. And the geopolitical crisis. The war in Ukraine, war on Ukraine was after the pandemic, but you know, the tension between US and China. So the pain points that we had, just to review and to remind all of us and refresh, the demand and supply sides of the labor market were really disrupted. Production flows, altered consumer behavior, di ba? A lot of consumers prefer from less contact to contactless. From less contact to contactless. And that's why it accelerated the adoption of digital technologies. But unfortunately, these were not made available to the marginalized sector of society. Sure, because you are here this afternoon, you have attended this session, your respective businesses are still okay. So you were able to survive. So after surviving, we need to thrive. That is why there were so-called business sustainability programs. Now, seeing beyond the obvious, I created a framework. No? In terms of business, we have to look into the 5 C's. The C at the center is our company, your company. In every crisis, we...
in inter-island cargo logistics. And we forge strong relationships with our talents, customers, suppliers, shareholders, and communities by building on the values of integrity and trust. For over 50 years, Span Asia has been guided by the values of its founders and central to its success. The values of integrity, excellence, innovation, and customer service. Span Asia provides its customers with 7 key services: port-to-port containerized cargo, door-to-door containerized cargo, break bulk and loose cargo handling, forwarding, less container load or LCL consolidation, rolling cargo shipments.
Ay, di ka na ganun. Tapos magkaganyan tayo.
Wait na ako sa Victoria. Hindi kita. I-guide nyo na lang.
Jen. Kailangan ko yung kailangan ko makita.
Nasa global port, Miss Jen. Jen. Hi, Jen. So, what kind of day? Where's your Glenn?
Anong name, sir? Erwin sa kaya. Erwin? Ayan.
Nasa company, sir.
Buwi.
Mark, walang aspect. Pwede ako.
Ikaw lang isa.
Kasi dapat ibang
So sa yung pagpapalit tayo.
Magpagawa tayo nito. Mag-request siya dito. Jasmine. Sa yung inilabas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm handling visa services sa Visayas.
Meeting lang kayo sir, no? Sir, payment ano mabubuan ako?
Six at kalong bag. Saban di ay. Saban. Hindi ka
Nestle and Paz precedes my time in the company. I believe that it is a collaborative relationship, a one that is likened to a two-way street. We align our goals in a way that will benefit all parties. Our interests is served. Embraces change, especially the ones that will make us better.
Over 3 million daily units of cargo pass through Philippine ports every year. And a major part of this is service of Philippines Foundation, the nation's leading domestic cargo carrier.
Ay, ito. Thank you. Ay, wala. Isa pa.
Okay. Larga. Uy, lakas. Oh, loko. Kap. Biliran niya.
Guys, sa semis, bilang. Para matagaan sila o buwan. Kibre, Arbor, John Pops, Leo, si Problema, si Bani.
I invite everybody to please take your seats. And later on, we'll have another icebreaker, okay? So thank you. Can I request everybody to please take their seats and be prepared for our next session. Palakpakan naman natin isa-isa. Magaling yung lahat. That's the power of networking, right? It's also very good to know the other side of, you know, a little bit of personal life of the seatmate you've met today. And ayun. So again, nandito pa lang tayo sa first start. May I request 100% ano ba to? Parang positive energy. Sasabihin nyo lang, mabuhay. Pwede ba yun? Mabilis na yun, ha? Kailangan 100%. Okay. Again, welcome to the SCMAP Visayas Business Summit 2023. Mabuhay! Alright. Thank you very much. God bless. Go back to you, Sir Gilbert.
So that was a good start. Later on, we're going to have a grand party for everyone. Our president prepared for it. And yes, indeed, in SCMAP, we do networking and we do it at the start. All right. So now let's start off our event by having our invocation and the Philippine National Anthem via the audiovisual presentation. So please kindly stand, everyone. Thank you.
We go into gathering of data to ensure that whatever we apply as an improvement will be relevant, and at the same time we ensure.
Founding President Bob Caballero. No? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm not so sure if can we project of the exit of Hanjin. That's why, if you can remember, in 2010, the Philippines landed 4th largest. Because I believe the organization is as good as the people in it. I don't.
Development. We offer cement, ready-mix concrete, aggregates, and the world. And this is powered by multinational workforce focused on providing superior customer experience enabled by digital. Gifts is not allowed. It's not allowed. So I also made that clear to our partners. I think Captain Pacran knows.
Go! Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So why pag laban-laban, why dapig-dapig? Asawa to nako ha. That's why. Okay, this time my friend in Japan, we say 2-1. But I gonna say Japan this time. Durasan, you must sing not Japanese because they cannot understand. So you sing Bisaya or Tagalog, okay? Okay, here we go.